business becomes so much more fun whenever you have a good team in your corner. And one of the reasons as to why I say this is because every single day that I wake up, I am ecstatic to work. It doesn't feel like work to me. It feels like as if I were playing. It's kind of like whenever you used to play sports in high school, or whenever basically you go to play soccer or football. You don't really see it as a job or as something that is tedious. You enjoy it. It's like playing a game basically, and it's the exact same thing whenever you have a good team and a good, I guess you could say, yeah, a good team in business. And there's multiple things that, in my opinion, make a good team. One of them is having a very clear mission as to where everyone's working towards. Another one is having good culture and, yeah, basically cultural pillars that people, like, I guess you could say, embed. And even whenever you scale, for example, one of my mentors who has a 2,000 person company, in my opinion, as to how he explains his culture, I guess you could say, yeah, his cultural pillars. I personally don't really like. I honestly could give a fuck about that. One of their biggest cultural pillars is safety because they're in the oil field, they're in the oil business, and I can promise you, in our culture, we do not have those types of, I guess you could say, quote unquote, corporate cultural pillars. Our our pillars are, I guess you could say, some of them are pretty basic. I won't go into all of them because some of the in my opinion, some of the pillars that we have I probably cannot disclose on the internet, but some of the other pillars that we have are like, in the pursuit of excellence. You constantly have to be pursuing a better version of yourself, and you can never be satiated. Another one is, yeah, honestly, that's probably the biggest one, in the pursuit of excellence. And we do have some other ones, but the one that immediately comes to mind is in the pursuit of excellence, not taking things too seriously. Like, things are always changing. That's something that we personally really like, just embed in everyone's mind. Is that like, just, I don't know. And I was gonna say don't take things too seriously, but that has happened to us before, and it's fucked us. So I definitely won't say that. But the biggest one is in the pursuit of excellence, and it's something that our culture like really does live on. And another big one is just show results, just show fucking results. Because at the end of the day, you could be working 1,000 hours a day, and if you're not showing any results, no one's gonna care. We will see that you're working hard, but at the end of the day, if like the results aren't being shown, then I promise you, like, work hard. Hard work only goes so far. And don't get me wrong, hard work can help you get more results. So it's like your input equals your output. But if you're working hard and you're showing no results, then yeah, you kind of have to iterate actively on what you're working on. But yeah, basically back to the main concept of having a good team and having, I guess you could say, a good culture. It makes business so much more fun. And another reason that's why I say this is today we onboarded a new client, and obviously we onboarded, like we always are, as professional as can be, and we obviously have a standard of expectation internally with the team and as to how we present ourselves. But after, like, I how I would imagine it works with other companies, it's very corporate, and you kind of have to like go through the onboarding process, and you have to go through the entire, I guess you could say, yeah, basically the entire process. And it's very corporate and it's very linear. But with us, there's always new ideas and new things that are coming to life, and there's always new things, and we joke around. Something that's very that's funny. Jan probably isn't watching this video, but Jan, our head creative, he made some fucking funny ass video. It was some dumb shit about inventing the glass. And one of the clients that we onboarded today, he is one of the smartest humans that I have personally ever met. And this video, due to the fact that it has what the hell? It's like a little girl somewhere around here. Nah, bro, what the hell? Shit's freaky as fuck. Nah, bro, what? It's like, this is what happens whenever you're walking outside at night. You run into paranormal shit. I knew I should have bought a knife. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. Basically, like, we were just making fun of Jan after the onboarding call due to the fact that we wanted Jan to tell our new client as to how glass was made. It was some dumb shit. Little stupid things like that are what make work just so much more fun. Like, just laughing and having fun while you work. Not taking things. I don't want to say not taking things too seriously, because that has fucked us in the past, but like basically realizing and like being open to having fun at the end of the day. Like no, there's no need, especially whenever you're a small company, there's no need to be so strict on yourself and certain things, obviously. Personally, what I believe is that it's okay to be lackadaisical in certain things, and it's okay to have fun as long as you're actually trying to improve yourself and not being so, I guess you could say, so Nazi about a lot of things. For a fact, I know Musk. Honestly might be going too far, but Musk is extremely strict with himself. He's very disciplined, and he's very competent, and he is arguably one of the best entrepreneurs that has ever lived. And from what I've heard as to how he operates, the guy can be kind of retarded sometimes. Like, I'm not saying that like to pick on him, because he's fucking the best entrepreneur that has ever lived, but he's like he can be like a fucking just like a funny little autistic guy sometimes. And, I think everyone has to have that, I guess you could say, quote unquote, human character. Another example is George Gammon. From what I think, yeah, from what I've heard, I haven't actively been with him, and also I'm playing with a bar right now, so that's probably also why it kind of looks a little bit weird. What the hell? Why the fuck does my camera do that? I don't know if my camera does that, but anyways, so yeah, it's right there. Anyways, what I was saying is George Gammon, what he would do is he would have it was a company party once every quarter, I believe. And basically what he would do is he would just, have fun. He would enjoy himself. He would basically show people in his company that he's actually human as well. And something that I will always remember, I think it's, who was it that said this? Is it Bezos? I don't know. It was somebody that said this, some large big shot founder, is at scale, the company's culture just becomes the founder's character at scale, basically. Like, yeah, the culture becomes what the founder's inherent belief system is, and as to how they are. I think it's Brad Jacobs. And Brad Jacobs in his companies, he operates from a very positive mindset, positive attitude type of character and type of mindset, versus a lot of entrepreneurs, they operate from a negative mindset, and they're always so harsh on themselves, and they operate from negativity. Versus Brad Jacobs, how he operates from a very positive perspective, and he's embedded those, I guess you could say, core pillars of his mindset, and that's just being positive, into his business, and as to how his company operates. What he'll do is he will have, if I'm not mistaken, I think they're called, what are they called? War rooms? Something. I can't remember what they're called. It's basically like whenever his entire company meets up in I think it's the headquarters, and they'll have like company-wide meetings where everyone gets to share their opinion, and there's no like it's bureaucratic to a degree, but everyone has a say in the company, and everyone's just so positive with themselves. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm not saying be like Twitter whenever Twitter was falling apart, because they would basically they'd have, what do you call it? It's a day off. What's it? Mental, some stupid gay shit. It was like a mental awareness day for every single week, or some stupid shit like stress relieving day. I don't know. It's like, but basically where people could just go to Twitter and just jerk off. It's basically what they would do. Like, I'm not saying do that. I'm not saying like be a pussy and be a bitch, but I'm also not saying for you to be like a Nazi. And that's exactly as to why the company that we're growing, and as to how we're going about it, is operating at the degree as to which it's operating. We show fantastic results for our clients, and we have fun while doing it. And another big thing is we are very anti-huge company. Or basically what this means is that we do not want to grow a large person company. A lot of people nowadays think that, just because you have a 300 person company, or 500 employees, or 1,000 employees, or 10,000 employees, that you have a very impressive company. No. In my opinion, the most impressive companies are the ones that have the highest profit per employee. An example of this is OnlyFans. OnlyFans has, I think it's 32 million, I think it's revenue actually, $32 million in revenue per employee. That they are a multi-billion-dollar company that has, I think it's 60 employees. Yeah, 61 or 62 employees. That is impressive. Whenever you're able to scale a company with a small team to those numbers, that is exactly what we're actively doing. And it can be difficult for service-based companies. OnlyFans is different because obviously they're tech, and they're a tech startup. But now, as to how AI is developing itself, and as to how we're building the foundation and the operational system and the company's engine powered by AI, we are seeing it more feasible than ever for us to be able to grow to 1,000 clients with a team that's like under 100 people. And basically, as to where that would put us is, I think it's $10 million revenue per, give or take around $10 million in revenue per employee, which is insane. Actually, is that the right number? It might be like $3 million. Yeah, 3 million, give or take, but around there. Very large numbers, revenue per employee. And that's exactly where we're working towards. So obviously everyone has their own opinion. There are people who want to grow very large businesses with tons of employees and give people tons of jobs. Personally, not too into that. And it's not because I don't want to give people jobs. It's just because that's what I want to do. But yeah, I'm done yapping.